What can one generation accomplish? Can one generation eradicate war? Can they eradicate poverty, hunger, illiteracy, disease? Probably not. But every generation can do its share.
Everyone says they want us to have a better life than they had.
Really?
Really. But the world is in tough shape.
Really tough shape.
Poverty, illiteracy,
disease, pollution,
war.
Some people say that doesn't affect me here.
That's happening over there.
The thing is, what happens over there affects me right here.
It's all related.
Sometimes it just seems like too much to handle.
Especially if we have to do it alone.
Each generation has to ask itself, what can my generation do about this? And then more personally, what can I do about it so we don't overburden the next generation? We're the wealthiest civilization mankind has ever known. We're the brightest civilization mankind has ever known.
We should be able to do something about this.
I believe most people want to leave this world better than they found it.
There are a lot of really great people working to turn things around. Often, there's a duplication of efforts, so resources, money, human capital gets wasted. The Harvard Business Review reported $100 billion wasted every year.
100 billion?
100 billion?
And given all these challenges we're facing, we can't afford to waste a dime. And so when we were looking around as to what we should do, we decided not to reinvent the wheel, just make the wheel run better. There are outstanding groups already working in the areas of health, poverty, education, world relations, and the environment. We bring those groups together, looking especially for those initiatives that are innovative. We're always looking for ways to maximize collaboration and cooperation. We want to make sure that any initiative we take on can be scaled up to meet the needs of many. A key component of the Alliance is to help with funding so that contributions can be leveraged and unlock additional funding. We also want to make sure that every initiative we choose can be sustainable and collaborative, bringing in great groups, fresh ideas, and new approaches. We want to make sure every dollar is put to maximum use.
If every dollar is put to good use now, our job gets easier.
Some people look at the world and say, why bother?
Saying why bother just kicks the challenges down the road.
Saying why bother basically means that we have to bother more.
Everyone has to try.
You have to try.
My parents say life comes with no guarantees, but still, you have to try.
If a doctor told you that you had to have an operation to deal with a potentially life-threatening illness, wouldn't you try? You'd have to try.
This responsibility is part of the package.
It's part of the privilege. It's part of being human.
I know I can make a difference.
It's my world. It's up to me to turn it around.
It's simple. Find a project, take it on.
It's simple. Get engaged, learn about the Alliance, work with us.
These things will change only when enough of us take on these challenges.
Together, we have the tools, we have the brains, we have the resources. All we need is the will.
When I'm a parent, I will want a better world for my children too. But I'll also know that I did my part.
The thing is what we do now that matters.
It's what we do now that matters.
We think there's a crisis here. So it's now time for the public to stand up and say we need to take some responsibility. That's the only way we're going to be able to prove it is through our actions. I think that this generation has got to be proactive to do as much as possible to pitch in and try to help to give a more secure world for our children.
This way, guys, this way.